Coming up in this video, the Academy Director for the Rajasthan Royals UK, Sid Lahiri, gives you some tips on how to bat against spin. Let's roll. So Sid, let's move on to spin bowling. You know, as a little bit of an expert coach in this field. In England especially, perhaps we don't face, you know, the ragging due to the wickets that we actually have in this country. The ball doesn't rag as much as it does in India, for example. So what are the kind of things that you can probably teach youngsters and drills and approaches, etc.?
Okay, so Neel, this is something which is massively important for any young cricketer who has aspirations to play a decent standard of cricket, because once the spinner comes in, the game starts to change. Even in T20 cricket, the spinners come in and they kind of stop the run flow. So the first thing which happens here in England is we teach young players the attacking options of batting against spin. So i.e. stepping out, sweeping, reverse sweeping. But the most important fundamental aspect of playing spin is depth of crease. So if we can teach the kids that when you're batting against fast bowlers or spinners, the difference is fast bowlers, you can just come and play from here to a length ball and then just go back and play if it's a back foot shot. Spin, every inch matters. So if I play back foot to a spinner from here, without just like that, I'll have nowhere to go. However, if I go right deep into the crease, then I can start to open up both angles. So the big challenge is teaching them the footwork. So what I've done here is I've placed two balls, and I'm just going to tell you how interesting it is if coaches start to think teaching spin in a different way. So from a point of view of that ball, if I'm batting here against spin, I'd possibly come forward and I'll come and defend the ball or drive the ball. However, if I keep doing that, a spinner basically aims to find the length in a match, and he or she has possibly found that I've defended. That ball, which is a little bit further away, my two options would be, again, I would possibly go and defend that ball, or maybe try and come out and play. What I'm going to now try and show to all of both to you, Neel, is both those balls. If I go that much back, once that ball pitches, it will turn. If it's an off spinner, it will turn this way. If it's a leg spinner, it's going to turn that way. In both angles, if I go deep into the crease, and if I learn to take this leg out, and if the ball is turning into me, I can play here. If I go a little bit this side, turn that, I can play there. I'm now playing the spin. The moment I start doing that, a spinner from bowling from 22 yards starts to think that he is bowling short. But actually, the spinner is not bowling short. I've actually converted a defense ball into a run scoring option of taking a single. So then that spinner is going to pitch it up a little bit more and will go somewhere here. And that's when I come in and drive and my game opens up. This is something which we can teach the kids. And how do we do that? It's very, very simple, and I will show you 3 drills what we do. The most important drill is to teach them that when they go back, they get this leg away. How to get this leg away. How to be a little bit bouncy on the legs. So in the next 3 drills, I'll go one by one, step by step, which coaches who are going to watch this can practice with their students, and they will get 100% desired results. So step 1, movement. We've heard about the press. Now please understand, press doesn't mean taking a front foot stride, because if you press and stride like that, you then have nowhere to move because your body is stuck. So if that ball pitches short, all you do is this. So you're nowhere. So You've got to understand it's about being ready. So look, this is my first drill for youngsters. Be ready. 1, just a little tap. Just a tap. 1. Then 2. Back and across. Weight on the balls of your feet. And then 3. Now, watch this. This is my position. I go 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Literally 1, 2, and 3. Let's first teach these kids this simple movement of getting behind. That this leg can be pushed back. This is step 1. Now we'll go into step 2. Step 2. Coach to feed balls. Full toss, hip high. First job as a coach, get that student to get onto the balls of your feet on that back and across off stump line. Stay here. Stay low. Practice that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all we are teaching is this leg can be moved. This leg can be moved. Step 2. Now we're going to go into step 3. Derek's going to feed balls. Wherever he feeds, I will go back, because I'm trying to prove through you to various coaches and students it can be done, because your game starts to open up. But the first thing I'll do is I don't want to stand like a robot like that. If I'm standing so upright, it's going to be tough. So I need a little bit of spring in my steps. However, I'm not going to go onto my toes. I'm aiming to be on the balls of my feet. Very, very important. So firstly, as soon as I'm ready now, as soon as I do that, my ready position starts when Derek puts his hand up. So when he puts his hand, stop there, mate. That's when I'm actually ready to now take that little ready position. So I'm ready. Aji, go. So I've played that, a front foot ball on my back foot. So now look, that ball, literally, I moved here. When I was meeting the ball, I felt that if I push this leg further back, I'll get more room, and I was able to do it. So it's all about getting into room and in good position by able to move that front leg out. If we can teach the kids this thing, we are a winner. Please understand, when you teach them, they shouldn't go too far this way, because then they're going away from the ball. They need to practice this all the time. Simple. Nice and rhythmic. Practice that and see the difference it creates on your batting against spin. The first thing which will happen is you'll be able to rotate strike. Once you rotate strike, the big shot will come and your game becomes easy. Rather than dot, 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 pressure building. Let's go. Single, single, bat ball, 4 or 6. Think about it, practice it hard.
Hopefully you found that tip useful. If you did, smash that like button. And remember guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already too. Be sure to also check out that full video with Sid by just tapping or clicking the end screen. And I'll see you in the next one.